I'm going to tell you about a random numbers and trigonometrical functions. So random numbers are used for nothing but the values that is generated from the system system binary values. So the values are just getting away from the kernel. So randoms or numbers are mainly used in a security purpose for creating passwords and security breaching softwares, for many other things in securities for and also used for privacies and applications and gamings. In gaming, how it is used, you seen a Mario game, right? So when you hidden in some places, as your life is being gone, again it comes to the same places where you start the game. That is a randomly it comes to the again the to the same place where you ended in before of any of the part. So it comes to that is used for a random in a games. So there are the seven types of random numbers in a numbers in data types. They are, I'll just show you in a CMD. So first part is to go move to the Python and hit enter. So just import a random, okay, import random package, random, import random, or should be caps, so that only I just made it, or should be in small letter, not in caps. So random has been imported in a program. So I said there are six types of new random statements. They are, I'll just show you in a notepad. So data types, numbers, okay. So today we see a random number. Okay, random number. The first one is a choice. Choice is nothing but a, if we are going to give a sequence of a value in a function. So when importing the random and giving the method of a choice in a program, it takes a sum of the values or a characters from the list or a tuples or a string value. So I'll just show you how it works to you. So when I just now imported a random statement. So I'm just going to show how it works. So I just printing and with the printing statement. Okay, I'm just opening with the double quotes of choice, with the choice of value I'm giving 1, 2, 7, 8 and 9 and 0. And now I'm giving a package name, sorry, random package name with the function, that is I'm giving a choice. Choice is nothing but I have to give a value once again here too. That is my values are 1, 2 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 0. These are the values I have given the program. I'm now hitting a enter button and it shows you a, so randomly taken value, that is chosen value from a this function random dot function is 7. So I have given a list of values, but it taken as 7 as a random value. So once again I run the program and show you what it takes by now. Hitting enter, see the randomly it takes a next number to it. I'm not given any command to take the 8, but it takes automatically 8. This shows that the randomness of the choice values. So next function in the random is rand range, that is random range. That is, in this we have a three values in a function. that is start value and stop value. Okay, the start and stop value means what? We have to start a value like I'm starting a value with a 2 and the stopping value with a 10 or 20. So with the step of 2, the step of 2 means it is an increment with the two numbers of values. So this is a function for it. So that is, this one is a step. Step, that means two steps, three steps have to make it to the upward increment. So what happens if I do this in a program? I just show you. I'm not going to import because I am already imported a random. I'm straight away going to a program. So now I'm typing print statement with random. Sorry, I just have to make it in a double quotes. Random range, that is random range into given a parenthesis braces 10 to a 100 with the stepping value of 2. Okay, so again I'm going to give the, now I'm going to give the function rand range. Sorry, you have to, before you have to use this random value, random dot rand range of 10 to 100 of 2. Now it enter, it shows some random values between 10 to 100. So random value for a rand range is 72 because I'm not given any function to take that value. It automatically and randomly takes the value from a kernel. So once again I am running the program and I show you. So again I'm running the program once again, I'm hitting enter, it automatically takes a 16 as a random value. So this is about the rand range. And next one is a random. It also automatically takes a value straight away. I'll just show you. I'm not going to give any limitations as a first one, second one as a first one as a sequence and second as a start and stop value with a step. But in this function I'm not going to give any value, but in this function it automatically takes a value from a kernel. So I'm just printing with some function the random value is the semicolon. Now I'm giving random dot random is a function. So now I hitting enter. See, it has taken a value as 0.65 with some decimal values. So this is how the values has been taken in this function. The value has been taken from the garbage value or a kernel. Okay, now I am again showing how it works, and again once again I'm comparing the same code with you. See, now it shows a different types of value. There is 616 already. I'm just compile it, but that time it has given a 658, but now it has given a 610, sorry, 616. Okay, this is about the random function automatically takes a kernel value or a garbage value from the system. So next one is a seed. Okay, in this seed we have to seed a value into a program that should not take a system value, as I'm given that the random, right? So random, next one is a seed. Okay, so before third function it takes automatically from a garbage value, but in fourth part we have to give the command that you have to take this value. That means a seed value is given that is going to be fixed value for a random next value. So I'll just show you how it's going to happen that. Okay, I'm already imported a random function, random packages. Now I'm going to show you how seed going to work out. I'm going to give a seed value as a 23. Okay, 23. I'm hitting enter. So now I'm going to take a value from it. So print the random value is comma a random dot random, okay, with the function command. Sorry, something has just been drawn. Yeah, I've just made some mistake that before using a seed, you should have to not use any other random functions in a program. So if you using that way after using some other function, it will not give you a seed value. It will give you a same like a garbage value only. It will not show you any seed value to you. That is what happened here. So I just open a new console to you and just open and show you what happens when now I'm opening a CMD and going to a Python console, okay, and now I'm importing a random package. After importing random package, I'm hitting a enter, and once again I'm just calling a seed function. The seed function will give you a same set of kernel values. If I'm give a 12, okay, I'll just give you same value as 23. I'm just hitting enter, and now I'm printing the value. Sorry, oops, I'm sorry, I'm just open some other console. So I just open and it okay, print of, okay, value is random dot random. I'm hitting enter. It show you like 956. Okay, so once again I'm running the same concept. I'm just giving hitting enter with the value. See, the values have not changed by this time because the seed value is the same, and the value not gonna change by using a random value. As a seed value for a 2 is starting with this decimal number, so again we using the same for a value 2, the number will not change ever. This is what the functionality of a seeds. So we using a seed to maintain a same set of values, so that this is also mainly used in a program. If you gonna dead in somewhere in a program or a game, the program makes that same runner comes to the before to the programmer. So if we hit enter over there, it straight away comes to the starting of the program, and once again it runs with the same set of codes, so it will not show you any error. So this is all about a random. So next function in a random number is shuffle. Shuffle is used to make a value shuffle in a random manner. If I'm giving a value as 3, 5, 7, or 8, something, I'm just giving it. If I give the value like this, it may give a value even like a 7, 6, 3, 8. It may also give like this, or it may give like this also, 6, 8, 6, 8, 6, 8, 3, and 7. It may also give like this, or with some other shuffling values. So this is what gonna happen in a shuffle method. I'll just show you how it gonna work. So after importing a random package, I'm giving a list value. List equal to, with the square brackets, I'm giving a value as 23 and 45 and 10 with small value 6. Okay, I'm now hitting enter. That list has been taken inside. So after doing that, just call the value random dot shuffle. SHUFFLE, that is shuffle. With I'm calling the list inside the program. I hitting enter. It has been running very successfully. So now you have to gonna reshuffle the program. So the program has already been reshuffled by giving a value shuffle function. To show that we have to list, we have to print the value. So shuffled value, so reshuffled value is not made with the braces. Okay, I'm just now listing the value. Okay, I'm now gonna hit enter value, and the shuffled value is 45, 10, 6, and 20. And once again I'll just show you what is gonna happen. I'm just once again shuffling and once again running the same program. Once again, see the shuffled value is 23, 10, 45, and 6 is a shuffled value for this. So this is how the shuffle is going to work in our program. If you're giving a random value or some other sets of values in the list or some tuples, it gonna reshuffle the value for you. So it may give an OTP or a captcha. So this is mainly used over there to give a randomly shuffled words to make a captcha very frequently to write the program. So this is how to use shuffle values. So next and last function in random is, that is sixth one, that is uniform. Uniform is the last function being used in random numbers. So uniform is nothing but it has two types of variables, x and y. Okay, so x value should be in a lower value than a y. So likewise I'm said, so y is probably y is a greater value than a x. So while returning the output for a uniform, it gives you a random float value. That means it will give a value between a x and y, but it gonna give a value like a 5. If I give a value like 10 to 20, it gives a value like 18 point decimal value with a 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. It gonna give like that also. Even it gonna give some other value with the decimals with the some other integer value. So this is gonna happen. I just show you how it works in the program to you. So I'm just moving to the console once again, and I'm just saying already I have imported the program, so I'm just right away going to the program. Okay, so I'm just gonna give a print function to you. Print, so uniform value is with braces. Okay, I'm gonna end with this colon, and I'm going to now call the function that is random with a package name with function that is a uniform with the high value and low value of a integer values have to give. So I'm gonna give a value like I said of 10 and 20. Okay, I'm giving a 10 and 20 is my value for a uniform. So now I'm gonna enter a value, entering. So the uniform value, like what I said, it just taken a value as 10 to 20, taken a value as an integer as a 12, and decimal part as a 5 point, 0.5158. It gonna take like that. So even if I just change the module for this, I'm just giving a value as 15 and giving a value same for 20 also. Okay, I'm just going, okay, it's not bad. Okay, I'm just getting enter once again. See, it takes a value 16 as a random uniform value to with a decimal part of 060 109 with 045. It's gonna blah, something it gonna takes, right? This is what happens if you use a uniform keyword in this program. So I have telling you this six types, how it works to you. Okay, this is all about our random numbers. In next video we will see about our trigonometrical functions. And bye and thank you.